All right, settle in. This is your tactical briefing. Our target today is a piece of coded communication. Your objective? To understand its structure, its tactics, and its ultimate payload. So pay close attention.
Let's be absolutely clear. What you're looking at isn't poetry. It's an intelligence packet. Our mission is to deconstruct this message, piece by piece, layer by layer, and to understand its operational significance. First things first, we need to understand the nature of the target itself. The intel we have designates it a holarchic poem. Now, this classification is critical. This slide lays out the operational principle, holarchy. What does that mean for us? It means we're not hunting for one single definitive meaning. No, we're analyzing a system of coexisting meanings, each one a whole in itself, but also part of a larger, much more complex system. Okay, we've got a breakthrough. Decryption has managed to isolate the core linguistic mechanism of the message. This is the key that unlocks that first level. Now, on the surface, the central subject of the message looks like a proper noun, Israel. A simple identifiable target, right? But that's just the first layer of camouflage. And here's the deception. The primary code isn't the name, it's a phonetic split. The identity of a state is literally weaponized into a philosophical question about reality itself. Everything that comes after this is built on this initial ambiguity.
Let's move to the enemy's field manual. Intel has recovered a footnote attached to the message, and it outlines two primary tactics used in this communication. We're calling them inversion and diversion.
Commit these definitions to memory. Inversion flips a concept completely on its head. Diversion is a tactical feint, a military operation designed to make you look one way while the real action is happening somewhere else. These are the operational principles we have to counter.
So, where are these tactics being deployed? Well, the battlefield isn't physical. It's not on any map. It's conceptual. The message deploys inversion and diversion against high-value targets, fundamental ideas, to destabilize their very meaning.
And so the interrogation begins. Target 1. Freedom. The code takes this core value and subjects it to that primary question, injecting doubt. Is freedom an inherent right, or is it just a construct?
Next target, justice. The same destabilizing operation is repeated. The concept is isolated, it's questioned, and it's severed from any foundation we thought it had.
Now, watch the escalation. The target is truth itself. This creates a paradox. You see, by questioning the reality of truth, the message tries to invalidate the very system you'd use to judge it. It's a classic inversion.
And the final target in this sequence is war. The chilling effect here is that it questions the undeniable. If the visceral, destructive reality of war can be framed as just another construct, then what tangible reality is even left?
All right, let's zero in on the catalyst. Our analysis has identified a key operative word, a linguistic trigger that transforms the entire meaning, and that word is united. Here's how the operation unfolds. You start with the fundamental question, is real? Then you apply the operator, united, and the result, according to the source analysis, is the fusion of that question back into the entity, is real. United is the agent that turns a philosophical problem into a geopolitical answer.
Now, one possible read from the intel suggests this operator creates a new hybrid entity. You see the structure united of. It mirrors the United States of applying a fusion of the two, maybe ideologically or maybe as a single geopolitical bloc.
But the source analysis also reports a more radical interpretation, a complete inversion of that power dynamic. This reading suggests that the united operator signifies that it is in fact that dictates policy to. This is presented in the analysis as the ultimate diversion tactic.
And that brings us to the final transmission. It's a cryptic signal, and it appears to function as a kind of counter-operation, maybe an attempt to break the entire logical chain we've just analyzed.
The last word is Isa, followed by an interrobang. Isa, our intel confirms, is the Arabic name for. This introduces a sudden, jarring shift, moving the entire battlefield away from geopolitics and into the realm of theology.
So what's its function? Well, the source suggests Isa might be a counter-inversion, an escape route, a symbol for an alternative reality that isn't produced by any political united operator and whose reality isn't defined in geopolitical terms at all. It's a potential abort code for the whole sequence.
Which leaves us here. The final word of the transmission is broken. The E is replaced by a question mark.
leaving the identity fractured, a final unresolved query. The target is destabilized, but the ultimate outcome remains unknown. That's the end of the briefing. Your mission now is to consider the implications. Dismissed.